So actually, for me, my whole life I never actually thought I was particularly creative. I always thought I was more scientific, but since starting my own business, I've realised actually it's a really creative process, and that's actually what I enjoy the most. It's the feeling of creating something from scratch. Looking back at what we've accomplished and what we've done is just such a really nice feeling, and getting positive feedback from like guests and owners, and being nominated for like awards. You just can't beat that feeling, really.
No, it's really good fun from my side, and freedom to make your own decisions, decide what you want to work on, when you want to work on it. Some days we might get back 4 in the morning and crack on with work. Some other days we might not start until the evening, and it's really, really great to have that freedom, really.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it does come with its own challenges, though. Back in the day, I think both did really suffer from imposter syndrome fairly badly. Both our parents, none of our families from particular business backgrounds. Our parents didn't have their own businesses or anything like this, and there wasn't really that many people to guide us, or there wasn't really any kind of support network in place to sort of, we ended up making a lot of hard decisions ourselves, and that meant we tended to question ourselves quite a bit. But looking back, it's just super nice to see what we've achieved, and especially that people are actually enjoying it. So yeah, that's really cool.
So we never really decided. It wasn't something that we're planning on, really. If anything, our families always told us to go to uni and then get like a 9 to 5 stable job. But after uni, Niall was applying for his PhD in New Zealand, and I was planning to go to Amsterdam to do international crime degree. But then we decided we didn't want to separate. We didn't really want to spend that much time apart. So we decided to stick together, come back home to the Lakes, and see if we can create something together. And we've been very lucky that we've managed, but just by chance.
Yeah, I mean, we literally just fell into it almost semi by accident. I mean, our first ever business sort of venture was like a luxury glamping bell tent in the farmer's field, and we did that to save up the deposit for our first house, because we wanted to buy a house. And what we found by doing it is actually we really liked sharing the lakes with people from outside the area, and the kind of gratitude and how much they enjoyed it was like a real driver for us. So it was like it just that was the main driving force, really. We thought there was a bit of a gap in the market, in the holiday letting market, so that's basically where we moved in.
And we've ended up working together, and that's what we always want to stick together. So it's been great, actually.
Good question.
I think what we've learned is that we keep constantly learning, and we're capable of learning new skills and new things, and all the challenges that come our way. It's really great to look back at what we've learned so far, and things that a few years ago would have seemed impossible to do, and we've overcome them, and we do them now on a daily basis. I think that's what's the most great, to know that we can keep learning and adapting.
Like, learning the limits of your capabilities it's quite empowering, really, because as you said, we didn't think we could do half the stuff we can do now, but actually it's amazing what you actually can become capable of if you put yourself in a position where you're kind of uncomfortable enough to have to be forced to learn, essentially.
Yeah, no, it's been great. So to me, I think I'd say make sure you celebrate the small wins. The journey of an entrepreneur is not a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Sorry, so it takes time. So make sure you do slow down and look back at what you achieved and how far you've come. Because it takes patience and it takes time. So just make sure you celebrate your little things.
I would say for me, it's making sure you've got the right team. Working with the right people is really important. I guess that for me, that doesn't really mean working with the most technical or the most qualified. At the end of the day, you can sort of teach anyone, you can train anyone up to a certain point. But what the most important thing is that the team aligns with your vision and the mission of the business and the values, because at the end of the day, they're basically going to work the hardest because they actually believe what they're working on. They believe in what they're working on. So that's really important for us.
And I think just remember to have fun. It should be an enjoyable journey. It has its challenges, and there are moments that you're probably thinking of, why are we doing this? But just have fun and keep going.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.